Plug it in. Hi everybody, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life. The other plug, the phone plug, because it'll die. It kills it. Yeah, that thing. Anyway, sorry about that. Oh, yeah. Anyway, it's Sunday. So Sunday, where I inspire you to sew on a Sunday. Today is 10/10/21. Tomorrow will be 10/11/21. So 10 and 11 is 21. So tomorrow's a cool day. It's math. Anyway, I know, I'm silly, right? Scott says I'm a goofball. He's running away saying I'm a goofball. Anyway, so last week I started a jelly roll quilt, and I said that I would be back today, today, to complete this jelly roll project. This Tippy is dying of thirst. Anyway, so I have 36 blocks made. This is what we made last week. I showed you how to make them. I literally just did it on the fly, like always. So these blocks is what we made. They are 9.5 inches. And remember, I used a jelly roll and 2 yards of my background fabric, which is what's running crosswise. And then I used all those leftover cuts from cutting out these to make the cornerstones just for the blocks themselves, for inside the block. But I did take a fat quarter of of fabric to cut out cornerstones that will go in between the blocks. So today, that is what I'm going to do, and hopefully get the blocks all together. Let's see how fast I can do that. And turn this into a quilt top. And then, obviously, I only allotted myself 2 yards to start with, but if I do run out, I will tell you guys how much more fabric I'm cutting. But I do have all the last of my 2 yards cut into 1.5 inch strips, which I'm going to be subcutting. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But before I get to that, let's say hi.
Yeah, you got a lot of people.
Scotty says I got a lot of people here, so I got to say hi. But even before I started, it said 46. So
scroll to the top.
All right, we got Ellen here. She was hanging out pretty early, and so was Kathy. Let's see, we got Linda here. We've got Joe here. Marilita is here. Harriet is here. Nancy, Sherry, Angela, Gertrude-Ida. I think I said that right. Gertrude-Ida. Thank you. I had to say that again like 5 times fast. Okay, and we got Lizette here. Vicky is here. Nellie is here. Karen, Paula, Donna, Della. Let's see, Rowena, Judy, Patty, Kim, Katrina, Jacqueline, Melina, Paula, Debbie, Darlene, Shirley, Janice, Debbie, Audrey, sorry, I almost said that wrong. Crystal, Eva, Angel, Tanya, Carissa, Jeremy, Lorraine, Ray, Jean, JK from Joyce from Alabama. We got Shelly, Brenda, Sandra, I'm here. Kathleen, Beverly, another Mary, Christine, Connie, Deborah, Bernie is here. Hi, Bernie, long time no see. We got Laura, Shelly, Billy, Teresa. Still going here. Still going. Sharon from Florida. Connie. And Elizabeth, also here. All right. Hello, everybody. And if anybody new comes in and Scott says something, I'll just say it out loud. Another drink of water. That was a lot of names. Further up. Oh, some of them I said, some of them I didn't. All right, so what I'm going to do, like I said, I have 36 blocks that I was able to make out of everything I cut. And if you did the same exact as me, you'll have three left, which doesn't matter because 36 is a 6 across by 6 down quilt. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I pre-cut these. Like I said, I did a lot of it off camera. Put all these together. I pre-cut my cornerstones out of my fat quarter. I probably cut too many, but the leftovers will just go in my 1.5-inch square bin. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out 36 9.5-inch pieces so that I can make sashing for inside sashing for the bottom of everything. So no, I only need sides of one. So I'm going to cut. Hold on, I got to think. My brain. Where is paper? Paper. I need my paper for this one because my brain is not thinking correctly. All right.
What's it called when you hit the 3 dots and you change the what? Make the screen clear?
Oh, there's 3 dots. If you tap the video in the top of the screen, there's 3 dots. If you're on a computer, it's, I think, down in the bottom. And then you hit that and you change the video quality. Yeah. And you can change that if you need to. Okay. I'm just making sure how many pieces. I'm just going to cut them all instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's 6 times 5?
30.
Yeah. I'm going to cut 30 9.5-inch pieces from all this because I'm not putting sashing on the outside of the quilt or the bottom. So not anywhere around the outside, just within the quilt. And I'm going to build it on the blocks and then just put them together. So I need 30. I had to count that out on paper because my brain wasn't seeing it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut. I can get 4 from each strip. So how is everybody doing? Obviously, I won't see all the answers, but Scott will just read some of them to me. Hope everybody's good. Hopefully all of you, I was watching storm chaser videos earlier, and I saw that upper Texas, northern Texas, Oklahoma, and southern Missouri are getting some random tornado storms. So hopefully all of you guys are like safe. 24. And one more. That way I'm not overcutting because I might even have enough of these pieces to go all the way around the quilt when I am finished. So I can get 4 from each of these. I'm just going to make a couple little piles here and subcut these couple little piles all at the same time. And then I could start attaching. I would do it like this. A lot of people like take their strip and they just sew the pieces on and then cut them, but I don't want that extra work, so I'd rather just do it this way. No, I was watching Reed and who else was I watching? Oh, I forgot the guy's name. JC Chaser, something like that. Just random live storm channels that are storm chasers. I find it very, very interesting. I like to watch, I know it's sad, but I like to watch hurricane videos because the sound of the wind and rain are very calming to me. Although it's very scary because the last hurricane video I watched, it was barely at the beginning of a hurricane and it took a whole entire roof off and just started rolling it down the street like nothing else. It's crazy. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and subcut into 9.5-inch subcuts. I'm going to scoot these up though because I feel like I'm on the edge of the table and I'm sitting to cut. So yeah, it's crazy. Let's choose a 60 because I might be cutting a little thicker. I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I'm using my 60 degree, did I tell you guys this? The blade bends very easily because it has nothing to hang against. So when you're cutting, make sure you keep your hand straight when you're using the 60 degree Martelli cutter. Make sure you keep nice and to angle against your ruler or anything because this blade bends while you're cutting and you can ruin your cut and or veer onto, because it bends, onto your ruler and chop your fingers off. So be very, very, very careful. It's not like Olfa blades, how they have this thing behind them. So see, the blade does not bend. For some strange reason, these ones very easily bend on the Martelli ones. So be very, very, very careful with any rotary cutter, but the Martelli ones, it can ruin your cut because for some reason it bends. All right, let's go 9.5 inches. I have no idea.
She says they're 76 inches around, and she's having issues sewing the top to the bottom.
I don't have no idea how that works. I was making sure my block is 9.5. I almost like have one of those brain farts, but you know, measure twice, cut once kind of thing. All right, so I'm going to cut all of those. Slide it over, and it didn't cut right there. There we go. One single thread. That's all it's got to do to mess everything up. Reline it all back up. So I could cut it another 9.5, and that's all I need to cut.
Debbie said she thought she noticed her bending a little, but she figured
yeah,
she was imagining it.
Nope, it bends. So be very, very careful with it. It's the only thing I don't like about the 60 millimeter Martelli cutter is it definitely bends. So you need to keep yourself super straight and steady.
Well, that said her 45 does too.
Really, mine doesn't, because not like this. Yeah, this really bends. This bends a lot. The 45 doesn't. Not mine, at least. All right, I'm going to move those out of my way. I'm going to pick all these up. And what I'm going to do is pull 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to mix the colors up. 6 of them out. I am not going to sew 6 of those on the sides because those aren't getting anything on the side until I'm completely done. So all the rest of these are going to get a side one. And then I'm going to pull 6 of them out after that, and those won't get cornerstones and a bottom. So I'm just going to start sewing 1.5 by 9.5 inch piece to right sides together to all of these pieces that I have with a 1/4 inch seam, which I'm going to line up now. There we go. And I threaded my machine. I have 2 different thread colors because I'm trying to use up yesterday's leftover bag thread. So it's blue on the bottom. I'm also turning them because I'm just going to be putting this quilt together. So I'm kind of just turning them in hopes that when I start putting it together that no 2 colors will be in the same areas. But just putting these on. I'm not even pinning them because they're exactly the right size. All of my blocks were cut exactly the right size. So all of these are too. So we're just going to go ahead and pass all these through. Shouldn't take too long to do.
Well, Dad said she wants to find your video today. Your Cleopatra quilt is amazing.
Thank you. I'm glad people are watching the replays.
Cleopatra glows in the dark.
Yeah, it doesn't glow in the dark. It glows in the black light. I do have glow in the dark thread, but it is. Oh no, I gotta think about this again. I think it's like 90 weight or 100. It's really so super duper tiny, fine, thin thread. And I've never run it through the long arm yet, so I'm not sure, but sooner or later I will use it. Because I'm super excited.
Marilita asks, what are you working on again?
I'm working on the jelly roll quilt that I started last week that I just kind of made up as I go, like I usually do. And I'm completing it today, but the whole entire time I'm making it up, I'm telling you guys how to do it. So once you see it at the very end and you are interested in doing it, just know that last week was the start of it. So the 10-3 video of Sew Sunday. I'll try to link it in the description of this video. I couldn't do it when I created the video.
She's going to watch your bag sewing video next. She tried to watch it earlier, but had an internet issue.
Ah. Yeah, that I already filled my bag from yesterday. I filled it up with all my stuff.
You made yesterday.
Thank you. And then I also got the son of a bench and ash fork and all those words wallet that I made a while back. That is also being used now because I claimed it for myself to use. At first I was using my vinyl wallet, but I decided against it.
Quilts wants to know if you're going to do any more Insomniac videos.
I'm training myself to be on a regular sleep schedule, so Insomniac videos are on hold. If it does not get better and I don't start sleeping, then obviously I'll go back to it. But right now, I'm doing what the doctor says. I'm giving it like a month. And if I can't get back on a regular schedule, then I ain't gonna keep on it, you know? I'll just sleep how I used to sleep. And that's sleeping when I sleep.
Samantha got a new job at Jo-Ann Fabric. She says, I love
What? That's an amazing job, playing with fabric all day.
it. Wonder if she gets a discount. That's what you would like.
Yeah. Do you get a discount working there? I would hope you do. Like at least 30% off or more. And that's not included on items already on sale. It should be even on items already on sale. Unlike the coupons. Trying to make sure that all these get moved around since I'm going to be sitting the whole entire time I put this together. I will pass it to Scott to press things. I will have him start pressing the seams back. Or these pieces, the sashing back. You know what I'm saying.
Elizabeth says I'd be broke forever there.
Working at any quilt shop, I'd think that we would be broke, right? Quilters shouldn't work at quilt shops. Although they should, because that's how the best way of what fabrics you should know to order, because if you're a quilter, you know what other quilters would want.
They do have other stuff there other than fabric.
Oh, I know. Jo-Ann's has lots of crafting supplies. So, yeah. Anything else going on? Type, who's all sewing? Type me.
Samantha says she gets 30% off.
You guys do know that sometimes I go back and read the chat because Scott can't read everything to me. They give how much off?
30%.
That's good. Good, good.
Do you really want me to read off everything?
No, I just want to hear I just want to know that everyone's writing me. because they're sewing too.
134 people.
I think it's funny. When I rewatch my videos, sometimes I just let it play and just read the chat only. So I'll like put the video all the way at the end and just read the chat and then scoot the video over more, read more chat, you know, just so I could see. But if I have to refer to something I said, obviously I know the word me now means you all were sewing.
She told her husband she needs a bigger room now.
That's funny. Bigger room. In a couple of years, I will have 2 rooms plus most of the living room.
Diana asked, has Tiffany done any clamshell quilts?
I've quilted clamshells. I've never made clamshell quilt. You know that I've never actually made a drunkard's path quilt either, right? Because I don't have the template. But I did make it out of cardboard. Where did I put it? It's right here somewhere. All right. Where is it? It was right here. I don't know. I made it out of cardboard. And I made some blocks for Eric's sew along so that I could, oh, there it is. The little cardboards that your flat rate box envelopes. And I cut them out so that I can make drunkard's path. I just haven't done it yet. I've made a couple of the clamshell looking blocks. But that was with Eric's little sew along. I have yet to actually make clamshell or drunkard's path. But I'd like to. Only reason why is because I usually make up of my own stuff. So that's why I haven't done other things yet. Like I did finally do the Cleopatra. I do have a double wedding ring template set to do that.
Crystal asks, what do you use behind fabric when making your quilt labels?
I use interfacing. Like Pelon 911, which is what I use pretty much for everything because that's all I order. One type of interfacing goes with everything, but I only put it on one side. If I'm doing a corner tag, I only put it on one side. If I'm doing a folded like flap tab, then I put it on both sides because I'm usually monogramming on both sides. But on a corner tag, I only put it on the side that I'm monogramming on. So I actually cut out a triangle and then put it on one side, type the words out, and then attach it, fold the fabric back in half, and then attach.
Because of you, she now sews faster.
Ah, that's great.
Valerie asks, what are you making today?
Just working on what I started last week. I don't have a name for it yet. If you guys want to help me name it, you can. What do you think it looks like? Maybe we'll do that when we get to the end, because maybe it'll remind somebody of something. Right now, it just looks like, I don't know. What is that? What is that fencing? No. The wood kind. Lattice.
Oh.
It looks like lattice.
Linda says, we'd love to see you make double wedding ring quilt.
Yep, that's.
Mine did not turn out good. I tried a lot of
It's
ways.
coming in the future.
You always make it easy when you sew.
Yep, it's coming in the future. My daughter may have changed her mind on what pattern she wants for her wedding quilt. So she saw that I had the templates because she saw the dress that she tried on was a double wedding ring and she looked like a little Amish girl. So when we got here that same night, I showed her, look, I have the templates, I can make it. And I showed her what she goes, oh, okay, that was the dress. That's cool, And so she was digging through her own fabric bin and she realized that she had some batiks in there and they're super bright. And she was like, I think I may change my mind on the bees, Mom. Can you make this instead for me? And so she wants the double wedding ring in batiks. We'll see, though.
It looks like barn door.
Barn door. Is there a quilt already named barn door out there? Probably is. There's all sorts of quilt patterns. I don't write patterns, so I guess I don't have to worry about if there was a pattern with somebody else's pattern name if I made something and named it that. We'll see what the whole thing looks like when put together.
Since they can't hear me, you have to say what you're answering.
Oh, I'm answering to the barn door thing.
They obviously know what you're saying.
I think
It says garden gate.
Garden gate. Oh, yeah, and there's lots of flowers in here too. It kind of works.
Delia says X marks the spot.
I already did a crossroads.
It says railroad crossing.
And I had 2 pieces left, just like I thought. All right. So if I have 2 pieces left, now I just need to do that same exact amount.
Sandy says I like garden gate.
Minus
Anna says garden crossing.
1 strip. All right, so I'm going to hand these all over to Scott. He's going to plug in Squeak. And I'm going to have him get to some ironing while I cut out the next pieces and start connecting them to the cornerstones. Hi, Becca. This is like,
You're losing people to football now.
Oh, football. What?
Losing people to football.
That's okay. You guys could go watch football if you need to. I guess it gives you an excuse to go hang out with husbands or boyfriends or whatever you have. Although, to me, quilting to me is more important. I could care less about any sports.
Janice says, how about lattice garden?
That's a good one too. We're gonna see soon. Okay, see, this is where you're doing, Scotty. You're pressing them back like this, okay?
I'm looking at something else, so showing me now is not going to help.
Well, I'm kind of fingering them for you to start. Did I sew that one on wrong? No. You know, this fabric that, looks like... No, it is on wrong.
Let me see.
That looks like the back, and that looks like the front.
Uh-oh.
I have one wrong.
Uh-oh.
Like you would really even know, but...
Yes, you do.
Hey, Becca, look, you're not the only one that had to rip today. So do I now. So do I.
One little side.
Yep, and if you notice that they're backwards, it's because I can't tell the right side from the wrong side very well. This lighting is not helping me. All I'm going to do is turn it around and sew it back on. Flip it over and sew the same exact side.
It's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell. But it looks dirty on the right side and it looks clean on the wrong side.
Okay, I'm sewing all these? Or ironing all these?
Yes.
Okay. There's my done.
That's correct.
I'm liking this lattice garden.
Yeah, lattice garden. That sounds good. All right, here's 2 more. Make your good pile right there. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing and grab out, except for 1 piece, because I have 2 pieces already here, my leftover. So I need to do 28 more this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's hard to tell till they get under this light. Here, I can't tell from over here.
Yeah. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You guys know I have to count out loud or I'll screw up. 24. And 1 more makes 28. So that leaves me with 3 strips. So I probably will have to cut like a ½ a yard more to go around the whole thing 1 more time. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut 9.5 inch strips again. And then there's this. I need that. And then I need
this. I need that.
Yep. And then I need to scoot my little booty over. I'm wearing pajama pants, so you guys shouldn't see my bottom half today because my pajama pants are kind of saggy, and if I stand up, maybe they'll fall off, and that's inappropriate.
Okay, why did you even say that?
It's funny, because it's funny that my pajama pants don't stay up anymore. They's falling off my butt.
You're getting too skinny. You need to eat more food.
All right.
That all the time.
9.5. And there we
give you some of my fat.
I really just need to wash this board, I think is what it is, because this is a brand spanking new blade.
Which one were we changing? We were going to change one of your blades.
Yeah, but I'm not thinking I want to, because not only did the 45 cut my finger, but both of them are doing it. And I think it's just because I cut so much that this is like getting gross. I could just wash it and flip it over or something.
Oh, Crystal says, how about flowers in the garden?
See, it's literally like, yes, flowers in the garden. All right, so now.
Yeah, now they're saying you can have some of their extra pounds.
All right. Move that. And now that he's doing this, I'm going to now hook. Hold on, I got to think about this for a second. I need to make 24. I'm doing the math in front of you guys. And I didn't fail. I hope the number is correct. We need 24 cornerstones. I knew I overcut. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,
Heather says as long
23,
as you have undies
24.
On. Your hubby wears shorts all the time and they fall down and he has no undies. Valerie says you're so funny.
I have undies on. No worries. All right. It's Scotty who's always shirtless around here. It's kind of funny, actually. No, you know when it's cold out.
Problem too. Hubby calls me droopy drawers.
Droopy drawers.
Droopy drawers.
That's funny. You know that it's winter time, like full on winter time, if you see Scott wearing a shirt. Minus being in the quilt room with the camera. But if there was no camera on, that's how you know it's winter.
We have a neighbor that watches outside, and when he sees me have a shirt on, he actually comes out and says, "It must be winter."
It's funny. All right, so I'm going to sew cornerstones on to 24 of these pieces. This is going to be so adorable. I'm telling you, I cannot tell what's right and wrong, and I know that every other one should be right side up, wrong side down, because I cut it right from the strip that came off of the bolt. And we know that fabric is folded in half. You know, I might have enough of this left to cut the rest of the way all the way around, but I'm going to do it my way first, this inner way first, and then see. And then if it looks right, then I can just go ahead and make sashing cornerstones for the outside of the quilt top as well. Because I know that it will probably make it bigger, and I like bigger quilts. Cannot lie. I think the littler pieces are a little bit more tedious than the lining up a bigger block. Because these guys you really got to pay attention to. And I'm seriously trying to pay attention to the correct side of this sashing. So I guess it's a big thing. You got to pay attention to your lighting to know which side is the wrong and right side of your fabric. Certain lightings, it makes it so hard to tell. So your sewing space should have good lighting. I normally use super dark fabrics, so I never have a problem here. I hardly ever use tone on tones, so I don't have a problem there either. Can you pull 6 of them out? Because 6 of them are not getting this.
Okay. Can I keep ironing that?
Yeah.
Way behind. Way behind.
Just a few more of these to go. Few more to go. Anybody have any questions about this project? Do I need to review everything I've done so far? Well, I'll tell you anyway. How about that? I started out with a jelly roll and 2 yards of fabric. Then I took that jelly roll and put 2 opposite colors together. So 2 total opposite colors. And then I sewed them in sets of 2. And then I pressed them. I didn't. I had Scott press them. And then after I sewed all those sets of 2 together, I subcut into triangles using my Cozy Quilt strip tube ruler junior, because I could just line the bottom on the bottom and the top on the top. And then what else did I do? Then after I subcut those into triangles, flopping my ruler back and forth.
These are all going in the normal stack. This is stack of
Just
6.
put them all together because I want them to be, the colors to be blended.
So you're doing your own 6 then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What was I going to say? Then after I cut all those triangles out with the strip tube ruler, or you can use a regular square ruler, a 6.5-inch ruler, and line it up on your 45-degree line. And then I put them together with sashing like this, creating this block. And now I'm adding sashing to those. So they're sashing within and without the block. Does that make sense? Oh, yeah. We got me a new little trash can while we were at Walmart the other day so that I didn't have to have the big dog. I had a big trash can right here next to me, and I kept dropping bobbins in it. My seam ripper fell in it. My scissors fell in it. Everything kept falling in it. So we finally decided, you know what, let's have a small trash can. And now it's already full because it's small. Go figure. I can't help it. Stuff falls off the table. All right, now these, Scott, are going to get pressed towards the sashing.
I have to press more?
Yep. You're going to be ironing for a while, mister.
What's hot?
Maybe that's why I'm sitting down today. That's the hottest job of all of it. This is the ironing.
It ain't winter yet here.
I'm finger pressing most of them, so all you have to do is go over it. All right, so what I'm going to be doing after I, everything is 1.5-inch strips from sashing. And then my little cornerstones were cut out of the leftovers at the ends of my cutting out these triangles. And I'm trying to think of what else. Everything else is 1.5-inch strips from my background fabric. And so far I've only used 2 yards.
Well, Shirley missed last
But I
week.
will
She's gonna have
use
to go back
more.
and check to make sure how you did the block.
I don't know how that happened, but the end of that one came unsewed.
Janice says you crack me up. I love watching.
I'm glad.
Hi,
I'm a little on the
Catherine.
funny side.
Catherine is new to your
Live
channel.
streams to my channel.
She's Scottish, but she lives in Georgia now.
Oh, well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome all of you newbies to my channel. I'm glad you found me.
And let's see, Tanya wants to know how big are the finished blocks.
They're 9.5 inches. That's where I was getting at. After I make the block, here's one without sashing. After I put the block together, these two, I put a sashing in it, and then I put these two together with a sashing in between, and then I made a long strip and then put the whole block together. These seams right here nest with my cornerstone, which is 1.5 inches. Obviously, again, I cut it from my leftovers from the jelly roll strips. After, then I take it and I line up my 45-degree ruler in the center of this sashing strip, and then I cut them all to 9.5 inches one way, and then, I trimmed it one side first, and then I had to turn it, all the way around, and then I lined the 9.5 up that second time, lining up my 45-degree again on this side that way. And you'll see it in the video if you go and watch last week's video, and then put them together like that, subcut them all, and now I'm on to the sashing, which I'm having Scott press all of them to.
Crystal says I walk in the flowers.
Bless you.
And Valerie wants to know if you can do a close-up of the cornerstone.
Can you see it, or is it the center cornerstone on the block itself? Is that what you want to see?
Tell Catherine, the lady from Scotland, that we almost had a quilt go to Scotland, but the shipping costs.
The quilt is going to Scotland. Her mom's going to purchase it when she's in America.
Yeah, well, it hasn't happened yet, so
yeah.
It didn't happen. In other words,
so
if
there's
going to Scotland.
Yes.
Catherine, we would have had a quilt your way, but shipping is a little pricey on that.
So the cornerstones, like I said, they were cut from. This is what it looks like when I was cutting them out. These are those end pieces, and I just cut out 1.5 inch pieces out of here. But you don't have to do that. You can use the fat quarter for all the cornerstones if you want. Your extra fat quarter, for every single cornerstone. You don't have to do it the way I did it. But I wanted to use up as much of the fabric as possible. I'm very, I can't say fully anti-waste, but I like to use up as much of something as possible, before wasting it. So I try to utilize all the fabric in some sort of way in that same project. I have a lot, for those that are new to my channel, I do have a lot of quilts I make that use up every single piece of the fabric, like the quilt called Weave It, a most recent verbal visual tutorial. And thanks to you guys, that one's at, I forgot already again.
Over 20,000.
It's at 23,500 views already. So thanks you guys for watching that video. That one uses every single last bit all the way to the binding. It uses all the leftovers for the binding. It is a no waste quilt. And yeah, I do that quite often. So that is something that, I don't know, I just don't like wasting fabric. You pay so much for it, got to use it up.
Trina asks if she can sew the top of the beanbag to the bottom using a French seam.
Yeah, obviously.
Like a pillowcase.
All right, here's the rest for you to press the rest down. French seam would work, yes. All right, I'm going to pull out 6 more now.
Okay, which ones am I ironing? This pack?
Yeah, that's the iron.
Okay, well, I'm done with all the others.
I'm trying to mix the colors up because I don't want the bottom row to have all the same fabrics in it.
Oh, we got another newbie, Carolyn.
Hi, Carolyn. Welcome.
She really enjoys your video. She says thank you for sharing your time and talent, helping others.
Oh, well, anytime. Literally. I have lots of videos.
Becca says, holy cow, way to go, Tiff.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Becca, it surpassed my time-lapse video. That Weave It pattern, it surpassed my time-lapse. It's crazy. 3, 4, 5. And one more. How about this one with the pink? 6. Okay, I'm separating those out now. 6 more. So 6 don't have anything. No. They only have to have 1 on it. That's right. On the bottom.
Confuse yourself.
I'm confusing myself now.
Take a moment.
6 we're only going to get bottom. These ones only get the side. And then the in-betweens are these. Bah. I'll just start sewing on these because I know I needed 24 cornerstones. I'm confusing myself. I'll get to it. Trust me. All right. Turn these around. I'm going to attach a cornerstone now onto this side right here. Anywhere. It doesn't really matter. As long as it's matching with the side that has this. Because I'm not actually laying my quilt out to sew it. I'm actually just putting it together willy-nilly. All right. So now to sew all these through. I'm just adding a cornerstone, nesting the seam, using my finger. You could pin it if you want to. I really find no need at this point because exactly the same size. Come on. All right. It's going to be a very, very adorable quilt. And as you guys know, I usually make quilts with super bright background colors, but this one I'm using a subtle, light, creamy background.
Janice asked when they all need it on the bottom row.
No, because I'm not going around the outside. I'm seeing what it looks like within only right now. Within the quilt with the sashing and cornerstones. I am trying to get within. Oop, finally ran out of bobbin. Glad I rolled some.
She's saying the bottom row.
It just needs the sides on the bottom row. And then the side row, which would be like the left-hand side, or the right-hand side would only need the bottoms, not the sides.
Took me forever to lay out better.
Usually I draw a picture and then go off of that, but this time I'm not even doing that. I'm just putting it together.
Run what you brung.
Yeah, just getting it done. Stay together. Oops, this one's pressed the wrong way.
I pressed them however they laid out. Boss gave them to me laid out one way, I pressed them that way.
That's fine. I have a little tool here to fix that. Are you leaving me again? Oh. Yeah, I heard you. Nope. Scotty has left the room for a moment. So I can't see comments. Although I could turn my iPad on, but I'm in go mode. So I'm just going to continue sewing instead of worrying about that. Oy, such a sloppy presser. State the one set, Mr. Seam. Oh, it wants to lift right here in this corner. There we go. Talking to these bad seams. They're trying to do stuff without me. Hope it comes out with the colors spread around really good. Since I'm not really laying it out. I'm pretty sure it will, though. It's going pretty fast, though, I think.
You're getting her done, Mama. You're getting her done.
Yep, I'm getting her done. You guys notice that I cleaned in here? I even put my brother machine where it goes. It was sitting on a chair and I thought it was going to every time I went over there to dig for something, I thought it was going to fall.
That's because you're supposed to have Allie over to sew with you. You told your bench that. No, no. That's why Scotty left it there for a reason.
But now it's all nice and cleaned up behind me. Although it's not very, very cleaned up. I do have a mound of paperwork behind me. It's mainly just pattern scribbles. What?
You know, Tiff will always take fabric. Like I was saying, she had a lot of fabric boxes just sitting there. She had to donate. I'm not sure if you're talking to us or somebody else in the chat. There's 190 some people.
Oh. She knows if it's for me, she could just send it here. She knows I will use it.
Alice says, I enjoy watching you create as you go. That takes talent. I started talking to myself while I sew to see if some of your genius rubbed off.
That's funny. Oh, that's great.
Thank you, Alice.
Well, I'm glad that talking to yourself is hopefully rubbing off. I'm pretty sure you guys all know by now, for us YouTubers, the content creators, we are pretty much talking to ourselves, like, and I do it constantly. I do it when I'm off camera. I told you guys this. When I'm thinking about filming something, if I'm making it and I really think that I should make it a video, the first time I make it, I sit here, okay, now I'm gonna sew 1/4 inch and then I have to cut off 13 inches of that and add this to that. And I just go on and on about it. Out loud, mind you, to myself. But it's like I'm prepping myself for what I'm going to say in my video when I do record it. It's actually kind of funny. But yeah, I'm weird. But I think all of us do it. And all those that aren't content creators probably talk to yourself like, did I do the laundry? Should I get up and cook my husband dinner? Nah. And just continue on sewing. Yep.
Diane says, Tiff, I even do it in public.
I get to see it. When I've walked behind someone in a grocery store before that was talking to themselves, did I get eggs last week? Maybe I should have made a list. And she's walking, dang it. Maybe I did. No, I didn't do it. I think I need to go back to the egg section. Complaining if she got eggs or not. It was funny. Out loud. And it wasn't just any loud. It was loud like the whole store could have probably heard her.
I love it how you talk about somebody else in the grocery store, but you've been in the grocery store with your husband many times, and you know he's talking every aisle about what he's supposed to get or where it's supposed to be.
I know. Scott does it too.
In the grocery store, yes. I talk to my list and myself and my coupons and my phone, and I don't care who hears it.
Yep. He does it too. You're not as loud as the egg lady, though. That lady was so loud. All right, Scott.
It says my dog keeps around the door of my sewing room to see who I'm talking to, since it's just he and I in the house.
I could imagine dogs probably and cats probably think something's really up. My owner must have gone cuckoo. All right, Scott, here's more for you to start pressing back.
Okay, well, wait a second.
I'd help, but we can only plug one iron in at a time in this room.
Davis says that I heard that people who talk to themselves have a creative mind.
That's a good thing. I'm creative. We could switch to the iPad. It'll last without a charger.
Okay, but I can't type them.
He likes the typing keyboard.
Well, both of the devices are ancient and can't do much. This one only has YouTube on it.
All right.
There's some right there.
All right. Now.
Anywhere yet? I don't know where I'm going.
Right here. Every time he hands me one of these, I'm going to sew another one to it and another one to it. And until I have 6 across. And that's when I will grab only one with the bottom. Oh, maybe I should sew my sides on real quick because these need sides or bottom. I guess it doesn't matter because these are sides only and these are going to be bottoms only. Yeah. No. Tops. No. Sides. They're sides only. Yep. I got to sew these through real quick too. Because those are sides. Those are bottoms. Okay. Yep. I'm thinking because my 6th piece in the row either has a bottom or a side. And that's making it without sashing going outside the quilt. Just within the blocks only.
I can't believe how fast you can sew. It shows real confidence. I will never get to that point.
Yeah, I'm super confident. After the first initial couple weeks with the Juki and sewing my fingers, it was definitely a lot easier to just, once I got used to the machine. And now I can't sew on any other machine than this because I don't like the Brother. I mean, I like it for one thing, but I don't like it because it's so slow. Like, I just cannot sew slow anymore.
And Valerie asks you about quilts that need repairs.
I sometimes do repairs, but it depends on how badly it needs to be repaired because there are some I just can't do at all. Like, people will take pictures and send them to me because I have a business page. So local people say, my dog chewed up my great-great-great-grandma's quilt. Can you fix this? And it's a picture with like 30% of the whole bottom gone. I'm like, no, because there's no way I can even find the fabric. The only thing I could do is chop it down and make it smaller and then rebind it. That's it. Because most of those, it's a waste. And yeah.
Katrina says she's been arguing with herself this past week. It took her a week to win the argument over a zipper.
Zippers are hard at first. Trust me, it was a learning curve for me. The only other time I had used a zipper was I made a romper for myself. And I used a zipper in that, and that was confusing. But then making clothes is confusing for me. So if you're new to my channel, it's rare I make clothes. It's always quilts because clothing confuses me.
And it says once it tastes your blood, it belongs. You belong to it, and it belongs to you. Make sure your machine isn't a vampire.
Yeah. Took a couple times, let me tell you. My fingers were not happy. All right, I'll need. Doesn't matter if I need those or not, because that's my sixth.
Doesn't matter. You're gonna get what you get when you get it.
All right. I don't want all the same colors next to each other. Definitely don't want that piece. We're going to throw this one here. So I'm going to start putting 6 together. So what I'm going to do is put 2 blocks together with my cornerstones to the bottom right, facing me, right here. Cornerstones to the bottom right. I'm going to put them right sides together. And the only seam I have to match now is the previous cornerstone and the sashing from the other piece. So that's
where I'm going. You're messing with my stuff.
Anywhere.
So quilters are the best people.
Yes. All right, so what it's going to look like is that. So the cornerstones will go here, here, here until I get to the other side. So I'm going to put 6 in a row, and I'm going to try to balance the color out, but it seems like there's a lot of this green. So whatever happens, happens, I guess, but I don't want at least 2 right next to each other. So I will try to make it as best as I can. All right, so there's 3. And then those 2 have the dark green. We're going to grab another one. Here would be number 4.
Paula says that's going to look great.
Usually I like make the rows. I'll go in the living room and lay everything out and make and number rows. But for some strange reason, I just had a hankering for not laying it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 more with the sashing. Let's do this one right here. 5, like this. And then the 6th piece will be only with sashing on the one side, no second one, and I'm going to put it towards me at the bottom. So I'm going to line it up right here. There's no sashing anywhere else, so it's at the bottom. Put it right sides together and sew this on, and this will be row 1. And if you guys are making it too, I dare you to put it together without getting up and laying it out. Just do what I'm doing. See how different it turns out, as opposed if you actually choose where things go.
In other words, just be creative?
Yep, just be creative. Yes, in other words, be creative. See what happens. Take a chance. All right, so row 1 should look like this. It's 6 across. There is no sashing on the tops or the 2 outer sides. So far it's only within the quilt. So when Scotty can, he could press this as row 1, or you don't have to, either way.
Delius just love it.
All right.
I'll gladly iron it for you. I don't mind ironing.
We're going to put 1. Ooh, let's grab this one. And 2. So we're going to put the same exact method for all rows until we get to row 6, which is the bottom row.
Janice asks,
So
are you going to like all those threads on the top?
All the... I don't know either. 1, 2.
We don't understand your question, Janice. I'm sorry.
Janice, we don't understand the question, Scott said. This will be 3. This will be 4. What was I on? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be piece 5. And the last piece for this will be, again, just one of the blocks that has it on one side only. And again, it's going to go on the bottom. Oh, I don't want those two pieces next to each other. Let's do these ones.
That's a good idea, Ava. Ava took some of her worn-out quilts and made Christmas stockings for the family.
Oh, that works. And this one right here. So it's going to be on the bottom only, right sides together.
Okay, Janice has all the reds on the top row.
Oh well. Like I said, being creative. This one's probably going to have a lot of, so here's
a lot of greens together, maybe.
Row 1 and 2. Now let's put number 2 with number 1. So I'm going to take number 1 like this.
I thought I was supposed to iron it.
Don't worry about it. I'll just
do it quick. I do it real quick.
All these seams, press them this way. So that's seam.
I just iron it quick.
We'll see how it is already. I don't want it to push down though. I don't want it to be junk press. No. Okay. I'm just going to continue on putting these together while he's ironing. He's complaining because I said his ironing is junk. I didn't want smushed seams. I want them all to go the same direction.
I'm ironing them whatever direction you got them.
I don't have them going any which way.
See that? That's how they're getting ironed. Bam. Done. Look at that. Is that perfection or is that prefection?
No, but it'll do. I'm going to start putting these together.
So, where do you want it?
That was row 1, right?
I imagine. Where do you want it?
Press row 2.
Okay. When do I get to finish these blocks?
In a minute.
Okay. Mess with my prefection.
he's really going on thinking that his prefection blocks.
All right. Mess with me.
He's being silly. I will complete quilt in one video. I will complete quilt in one video. If I say it to myself, will it work?
I don't know. How much longer do you got?
It shouldn't be. There's only 6 rows to sew together. I probably could even chain piece. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, where's this going now?
That's row 2, right? Hold on, let me get these on here.
Well, I still have a lot of ironing. I need to get it off board. I'm way behind you.
That's 2. 2 is upper belly, 1 is lower legs.
You can't rush me and then complain about my ironing. You're the one that's rushing me.
Oh, that's funny. All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now I need one without. Let's do this guy right here. Again, it's just going to go on the bottom, and then this will be the 3rd row, which I will temporarily throw on the floor because Scott needs to catch up with his ironing. All right, so there's the next row. This is row 1. All right. Yep, I see all the reds on top. You know, I wasn't actually paying attention to the reds. I was actually looking for the greens because I didn't want them all to line up on the bottom.
You looked for the greens, but you got the reds together.
But I got all the reds.
Attention to the reds.
That's fine.
Well, your fans noticed it.
I'm going to right sides together these.
Your fans called you on that one.
Right here. Just like this. And I'm going to be sewing on this right here. On this bottom piece. So I'm just going to put it all on my lap and sew this now, and I'll nest the seams as I get to them. Because again, they're all exactly the same size. I probably wouldn't even need to hold these because they are literally landing perfectly, except for the fact that some of the seams are pressed the wrong direction. So I have to move it manually. Oh, yeah. Just have to flip them, hold them. That's okay. When I press the whole quilt out after I'm completely done, then it should lay better. Come on. Holding the seam the way I want it to go. Yeah, all these seams are kind of funky. Stay right there. Talking to my fabric like it's a dog, telling it to stay. Oh, it's funny. All right, lining the end up. All right, so row 1 and 2 are done. Oops, it's upside down, but you know what I mean. Yeah. It's just because of the reds and the greens. They're kind of on the dark side. Press the seam up that way, please.
This is not supposed to sit on her iron board at all. You know that.
All right, now let's make another.
Okay, what am I supposed to do now?
Okay, these.
Honey, what am I ironing? What did you just say?
The seam where it's folding.
Yeah. Yes.
Fold it in half perfectly, please.
Okay.
Press it and then roll it back. You know, heat the seam up, please.
So you want me to iron it on the back?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not how you do it. Please don't do that.
Okay.
All you're doing is messing all the seams up.
Okay, yeah. Can I do it my way? Iron the back of it.
No. Let's do this one. Right there. That's better. All right, here we go. This is row 4. And then we're going to row 5 it all at the same time. And row 6 it too, because, well, I kind of just...
I'm just ironing in the middle, right?
Yep.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, that was quick and easy. Done.
All right, now you got to iron that one that's on the floor. That's
okay,
row...
where am I supposed to put this then? On the floor?
Yeah.
I need somewhere to put it, so I'll iron it.
And on more, because that'll be 6. That's 4, 5, and 6. Yep. Right?
Oh, look at that. Glow in the dark. On the black light thread.
Nope, the 6th row does not get these. The 6th row gets the nons. Just these, like this. And like this. All right, so the bottom row is only getting the sashing on the side. So I'm loading them this way. So where the sashing is only on the side.
Yeah,
like this. So I'm just going to sew these together. And if I'm confusing you, I'm sorry, because I don't know what else. All right, so now I'm going to add one of these here.
Well, Melissa says it's looking great.
I decided to just go ahead and chain piece because I feel like it's taking forever, and you know me, anything to make it faster.
Kim says it's looking good.
Thank you, guys. All right, so this.
S. Taylor says, "Wow, Tiff, you are so calm, as I would have jumped up." She likes what she's doing.
All right, and only on this. Give me another one, please. All right, next. One of these. Whew. That wasn't supposed to happen. I veered off, but it happens. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 and 5. Okay, good. There's got to be one around here somewhere that doesn't have a. Is that the bottom row? Oh, okay. Well, we're going to see in a second because I may have miscounted, but it might be in the pile. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one is 1, 2, 3. I'm missing one with a cornerstone. Because I have 2 more to add with cornerstones on that row 4 and 5. So I must have miscounted on those. I'm going to separate these now. This will be 5. All right. Yep, there's one missing. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5. So I need to make one more cornerstone piece, unless it's buried in this pile somewhere, because I'm not seeing it. One, two. Yeah, guess so. Look at that. I need to cut a 9.5-inch piece and put a cornerstone on it, because somehow, some way, I managed to miscount my pieces. So let's go over to 9.5. Make one more cornerstone. Sometimes that happens. Thank you. All right, I'm going to put this guy on here. All right, and then I'm going to add this now to one of these.
Ava wants to know how big your cutting table is. Her husband wants to make her a new sewing table.
My whole entire table is 72 inches long by 36 inches. No, yeah, 36 inches wide by 28 inches tall, only because I'm short. Huh? Yeah, it's an office desk. But it's cool because more than one person can actually sew at my office desk, because I have a lot of room on that side, as you guys have seen in videos where I'm sewing with my daughter. All right, so now this one is going to go on this feller right here, like this. And then I could add an empty on the end, which is one side. so now this one with a bottom only, and then the previous one with a bottom only. And then I could sew them all together. Oop, don't flip. There we go. All right, so this row is done. This row gets one of these. Let's do this one. And then the last two pieces go on the piece the row that's on my lap. All right, so these rows need to be pressed. And now, let's finish adding to this last row, which is row 6. It's only going to get, well, one side wasn't supposed to get, that's where that last piece went. One side wasn't supposed to be added to a block. That's what happened there. The last and final block is singular all by itself, so I didn't actually have to cut another piece. I cut the right amount of pieces, I just put them on the wrong ones, and that's what I get for sitting here and doing it, but that's okay. So far, this is the second time I've had to rip something out of the whole quilt, which is fine.
This is the one I did just, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing that.
That's my next row to attach.
Am I ironing this one now?
Mm-hmm. All right. The side that I just ripped will be just the side I sew on. That way it's already got stitches, stitch holes connected. And that will be that. So that's row 6. All right, that's row 6. So now I need to find this is 1 and 2. Here's the one he pressed is 3. So now I'm going to attach it like this.
Am I ironing what's lying on the floor too?
Yes. So I'm going to line these up right here and sew down this side. And I'll just have to alternate the seams. So that they nest up properly. And again, if you need to pin, pin. I'm not a pinner. I just use my fingers.
Okay, any more?
Yeah, one more right here.
Can I go back and comment? Remember this thing dying. I can take it off charger. My dad sign cutting table supposed to be waist high.
Yeah. But
one was.
my old one was, this one is not. My old one was a bar height table. This one is not. I figured because I would be sewing, I have longer legs, shorter torso, so my body sits differently at my machine, and I wanted to be like right here at it to be comfortable. And I was on a bar height table before, and I actually liked that for cutting. For sewing, my legs hung off of the table. I had a bar height chair too, and my legs hung, and they would constantly go numb. And I'd go to stand up after sewing, like I'm doing right now, and I'd go to stand up, and my legs would be numb, and I'd fall to the floor. It's very dangerous in this room to fall to the floor. So I got this table instead, and my feet actually touch the ground now, like they don't fully sit flat, but they touch the ground enough to where I can wiggle my feet and touch the ground and put pressure to prevent them from going numb. So it actually works a lot easier. I never meant for this table to be full on cutting, but I did not think, I guess, that my other cutting table and this table wouldn't fit in here. And they could if I arranged it differently, but it didn't. So I ended up having to have this for cutting and sewing.
Dan says, who are you kidding?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yep, I'm Tiny Tiffy. I'm not that small. Okay. All right, so there's row 3 on now. I don't even remember which one was 4 and 5, so I'm just going to attach because I know that the 6th row does not have cornerstones.
4's on the table, 5's over there.
6 doesn't have any cornerstones on the bottom or side. It's just
So here, can I iron that one now?
Yeah.
So 5's going here. This is now 6.
I have
right here, right?
The dust is starting to go. Thread dust is starting to go up my nose now. I've been in here long enough.
Why I was sneezing like crazy. Remember?
All right. So these down. I literally only have this and 2 more rows to sew on. And then it'll be a decision whether I want to add a border or not, which means I'll be cutting more fabric, or if I want to use the rest of my fabric and cut more 1.5 inch strips and actually sash around the rest of the whole thing. But I kind of like it within so far, just from sitting here and looking at it on my lap.
Build you a little platform for your feet.
See, I had that with the other table. I had a little platform and my legs still did not touch the little platform. So I would have needed it taller, but yeah, it didn't work out. I like this setup though, because now I can sit and cut. I don't like to cut like my, when I'm continuously cutting, I don't like to do that while sitting. But if I'm just like trimming a block here and then sewing it and then trimming a piece and adding a piece, you know what I mean? Then I don't mind the sitting, which it makes it easier being at this desk. But the other way is a little bit harder because the table was just a little too tall. See, I have lots of those under my table. They're just not for that purpose. They're storage under both sides of the table. All right. Come on. Stay where I put you. There we go. Line up this end. All right, 2 more. I put this darn headband thing I found in the kids' room thinking if I could tie my hair back, but it's actually making my head hurt. Told you guys, I don't like anything on my head, in my hair, or anything. Well, I wanted my hair out of my face today. All right, next row. This goes up here, just like that.
Patricia said it's very pretty.
It will be. It will be. It's going to be adorable. No matter how funky the colors look, because they're all landing in the same spot. There we go. Got to line it up. And I'm just nesting the seams as I go. Stay down. There we go. When I'm at one seam, I leave the needle down and go on to the next. This way, so this one's gonna go that way. Alright. Last seam on this row. Line that up. One more to add. And then I'll press it and then I'll hold it up and we'll see what I should or shouldn't add to it. Okay. Nothing on the end and nothing on the end. Stay. All right. And off I go. Another thing I don't like about regular tables, I like L desks because then there's like, you're obviously smushed into a corner, but it holds the quilt up. So that way it keeps it from like yanking down and I don't have to adjust as much. But unfortunately, I don't have an L desk. I thought about getting one when I got this desk. I was looking at L office desks, you know, L-shaped office ones. But then I thought those would be so heavy and take up even more space.
Did you notice you're bending the top of that down and ruin it just like you did your other one?
My other what? Oh, yeah. It was already bent. It won't go under on its own. That's why I put those there.
You put them on it to make it worse?
Well, you could take them off. I don't have nowhere to put them.
Okay, man.
Come on. Go the way I put you and stay. There we go. Go the way I put you and stay. All right, almost done. See. I almost sewed that. It was folded under. I almost sewed that to itself. Would not have been good. All right, here we go.
I think it's time to look
Oh no, this
Weight of pressure. This is an inch.
this is an inch thick. Like there, my hands are. This is solid. This is like a bunch of people can dance on this table. That's how solid it is. And there's a center divider in it holding it too, as well as drawers on the side. And we did take the leg thingies off of it.
Yes, you have to take it apart to move it, and it
Yeah.
takes 2 people to move it. It's
Yeah,
heavy.
it's very, very heavy. This is the heaviest desk I have ever had. It's, yeah, it's super heavy.
It's not like nowadays desks are junky. Yeah.
No,
Like
we got it from a real estate not real estate, tax office, a tax somebody, whatever. They were shutting down, like a tax attorney type. Oh, that seam is horrible. I need to fix some of these seams. Well, just that one so far, I guess. I'm giving it a quick press and then I'm going to show you guys.
It's not modern.
No, it's old. It's probably from like 1980. It's an old desk. It's old solid desk. Yeah, one of my friend's parents was in an office building shutting down, so I took advantage and went and got a desk. We tried to get more stuff, but by the time we got there, the desk chairs and everything, they're the kind with the handles, and I don't want the little side handles on a desk chair.
We did get some free keyboards
Yeah.
for the little ones to play with. That was about it.
I like this. This looks so cool. There are some seams that I'm going to take apart and fix, but I'll do that later. I'm not going to do it right now.
Marla says, I think it needs a border in the lighter green color.
I don't have those colors. I only have the jelly roll. So if I'm going to put a border, it's going to be this color that it is on the sashing. And or I'll pick something from my yardage. And I'm going to turn it the other way real quick. These 2 last seams. And then I will hold it up. I hate this iron. No wonder I stopped using squeak. All right. All right. I'm going to just turn the camera and have Scott hold the other side. I don't have any mail, or you guys could see names, so I'm going to turn you right here. And can you hold this side? There it is. And I'm not sure if you could see the whole thing. Try not to stretch it too much. I'm trying not to stretch it.
I was telling Kathy because she
Put your head against that. There you go.
She says her man doesn't build things, and I said, well, do it with him, because that's how you and I work. I man the tools, and you tell me what to do. You're the brains behind it.
Yeah.
Well, you had the ideas on how to build things. I don't understand what you want. Like your quilting ladder. You knew how to make that. All I did was cut.
So what do you guys think this could be called? You can wait 2 seconds. Yep. Yeah, put it down. Should I or I cut some more and go all the way around
Lovely.
with this and then choose a fabric for the border. I'm gonna put all this back in my little scrap bin right here. And this is junk. So I'm gonna just lay this right here for a second. Move all this out of my way. And ID it right here by putting it right here. Grab this strip right here and go, I'm just gonna pretend for now, a first border that's 1.5 around with this, like that. And then a second bigger border. I have lots of fabrics to choose from, my friends. I mean, not like a whole abundance, but like.
I'm saying pretty, love it, awesome, it's lovely, so pretty, looking fantastic, pretty, beautiful,
Hopefully,
gorgeous.
Don't fall.
Wow.
Let's see. Just stay right there, guys. Stay right there. I have, not that green, definitely not that green. I have flowers,
Shannon says it
though.
reminds her of a garden gate.
Garden gate. That's actually a good name for it. Garden gate. There's an aqua flowery one.
Nita says yes, go all the way around the strips and then put a bigger border.
Trying to find one that looks like it would have went with it.
Shirley says yes, it's the same as sashing, then
Not
bigger border.
brown. I really
Molly
don't
says
have.
Frame with a darker fabric. Shannon says a green border. Diane says try pink. Yep.
Oh, that's one I don't have. Is pink. Pink.
Well,
Pink.
super bright pink.
No, I don't want that one. How about?
Angela says Tiffany's gate. I like that.
I have this, an Andover print. So it goes with the greens, it goes with the pinks, it goes with the flowers, it goes with leaves, and it goes with the background. This is an Edita Sitar.
This says yes, the red.
How much do I have on here? 2 yards. I have 2 yards, so I can go all the way around it with like a 5-inch border. Or, hold on, I may have something else.
Jill says
I'm
yes.
just gonna look.
Says yes. Shirley says yes. This is beautiful. Says
No, that one definitely is not going to work.
It is.
Edita Sitar, that's the designer. She's from Laundry Basket Quilts.
Okay. Dan says works for me. June says yeah, that will work.
Yep, I'm looking on my shelves now, guys. I don't see anything that can top that fabric so far.
Molly says yes to the red. Says yes
That's
to
not
the
the right green. That's not the right one. Yep, that's what I'm going with. That's what's going to be. So all I need now is I had 3. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. I need 2 more 1.5-inch strips. So to the yardage, I'm going to add, so if it was 2 yards, 2.25 yards will go all the way around this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, say 5-inch, 1.5 yards, 1.25 yards. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1.25 yards to be on the safe side if you're not doing 5-inch. But I'm going to go 5-inch all the way around. I'm not going to do it while on this video because I do need to take some seams apart and fix them because I don't like them. I'm not happy with it, so I'm going to fix it. But I'll do that off camera.
Was that because of my ironing?
Yes, it's your very, very sloppy ironing, but that's okay.
I'm sorry.
There's only a couple that are off.
We can re-iron it.
No, I'll do it with my steam iron. But I'm going to fix a couple of the...
Because steam is more than your iron, but okay.
I'm going to get a couple of these seams fixed. There's only like 3 or 4 I noticed while I was pressing. I will cut. There's 3 here, 4, 5, 6. I need 3 bolt, and then this, and that's it. I'm gonna add the border later, and I'll do that off camera. And when I'm finished and I fix everything, then I'll take photos and share with you guys in the Facebook group what the finished quilt top looks like. But that's what this does with just the 2 yards and the jelly roll. So this is what you get with it so far. And if you want to add borders, just a little bit more fabric is all you need. And that's it. And I think I'm going to go with Garden Gate. I like that one, Garden Gate, because it's all sorts of flowers and it's like gates. So that's going to be the name, Garden Gate. There we go. I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. Perfect. And I don't even know how big it is because I'm not done with it, but I will let you guys know in the video. But the right now size is, without borders, try not to move it too much because there are, it's kind of on the stretchy side. Right now it is 60 inches square because it's 6 across by 6 down. So it is 60 inches square. So it's definitely going to be,
Marvelous says, how about Tiffany's Garden Gate?
it's definitely going to be, I don't like to add my name to the patterns, only to my bags. And that was only the Tiffy bag because that one was fun. So it's just going to be Garden Gate. I like that. And it's going to have this. Ooh, that's going to be so pretty. And this first. That'll be great. I'm going to love it. That's how it's going to go. All right, guys. I think I have taken up enough of your time today. Plus, my head is starting to hurt from this darn thing. Might as well just take it off.
That's why you put mayonnaise to go. You know that.
I don't think I ever wore that one. That was from the kids. Yeah. Anyway. Alrighty. Anybody have any questions? Did I miss anything?
You have a whole couple of them.
Yeah, but it was hurting my head yesterday too to wear that. I was wearing a bandana yesterday and it wasn't helping either.
But you look good with bandana and you was one hot mama.
Anybody say anything question-wise or anything?
Not at the moment, no.
Well, I
Did
hope you
ask
guys.
them if they have any questions?
I hope you guys want to make this because it's definitely adorable. I don't know what else to say. It's quite simple and it didn't take much time at all. So 2 videos worth and it's almost done. I just need to add the borders, but the actual top I was showing you how to make is done. So I did ask if anybody had questions. He's not saying anything. So I guess I'm going to get off of here. Plus I need to eat. I ate a burger earlier, but I'm still kind of hungry. There wasn't enough food. Anyways, I want to thank you all for watching. If you are new to my channel and you haven't watched before, please subscribe down that way. Don't forget to like my videos and share them with your quilty friends. And remember, Sundays, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. My time will not change next month. Just know that. So I will always be the same time for myself. So you guys will either be an hour before or hour under me, depending on where you live.
Same time, even.
Or in the same time zone. Some of you will actually be the same.
2 hours ahead.
Yep. So anyway, don't forget that. And every other video, I'm just on here randomly. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Whenever.
Good night.
Bye.